This week on the Mack Talks, we have Johnny Margiotta coming on to talk all things Waterbury, his favorite businesses, his favorite restaurants, and his favorite bars. We're also doing Mack Move or Whack Move. Let's go. Chase, tell the people what the Mack Talks are.
If you're an entrepreneur, impactful leader, or business owner, the Mack Talks are that vehicle that brings you the stories that you need to hear.
That's right, real stories from real leaders. Check us out every Thursday. That's right, everybody. Episode 46. Kind of said that kind of weird. Episode 46 of the Mack Talks. Chase Hutchison.
What's up, guys?
Today we have on my boy that we grew up with, the one and only Johnny Margiotta. Johnny, say what up.
How we doing today?
Come up on that mic a little bit there, fella. Yep. All right. Nice. So today we got our boy on, Johnny. So I grew up in Southbury. That's where I grew up. And I started working washing dishes. Basically, this story is about, how you grow up in one town and then you meet other people from other towns, right? You know how that goes, right? That's kind of really where you kind of branch out.
Dude, all my friends are from other towns now.
That's how you branch out in life, right?
Yeah.
So my boy, who was his brother's boys, worked at East Hill Woods.
Right.
So we all washed dishes there.
Yeah.
So then we started hanging out with these characters from Waterbury. Cappy, freaking Dave, freaking
Super
Brad.
Dave, the Buzz,
all of them.
They show you the ropes.
Leo,
Lenmar, his brother, in the basement, hang out. These guys go hard in the basement.
bunch of characters for sure.
Yeah. And
Basement
it's
gang.
Always super, super fun to be around these guys. So I figure why not have Johnny come on and talk some Waterbury history, talk some Waterbury business history. Right, John?
Look forward to it. I was honored, and as when you mentioned to me that you wanted me to come on, I said, geez, I'd love to do that, Johnson. As you know, we've been trying to put something together for a while. So I'm here and I'm ready to roll.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Ready to roll.
So yeah, let's just jump right into it because I know Chase has some sales call. Right, you got a call after this?
Yeah, I got time though.
Yeah, you got time?
Yeah, we got some time.
Okay, all right. So we're gonna run through a couple topics here with Johnny. He's gonna run through some fun and exciting things that happen in the business world inside of Waterbury. Some places that were fun to hang out. We're gonna cover some entertainment spots that were fun. We're gonna cover retail. We're gonna cover food, and of course, we're gonna cover some bars. So, John, turn it over to you here. Let's talk about Waterbury. You grew up in Waterbury, born and raised in Waterbury. First of all, tell us about some of the entertainment things that have happened over the years in Waterbury.
Sure. Yeah, I grew up in a little section called Town Plot.
Yep.
Waterbury.
Some Italians live out there, right? Couple?
Well, they say, but per square capita, we're right up there with the best.
Yeah.
So, having said that, one of my favorite entertainment businesses was a place called Crazy Eights.
Yep.
And if you're from Waterbury, you damn sure know where Crazy Eights is all about. And it started off getting a ride down there by a friend of mine's cousin, Steve Mancini's cousin. His name was Gino Petta.
Yep.
And Gino drove a little Buick Regal, and on the bottom of the Regal it had Just Coolin'.
Yeah, baby.
So we go down there for our fun and entertainment. I looked forward to it. It was more
it's an arcade, right?
Basic arcade, pole position, a Tyson punch out, centipede, pool tables,
Yep.
Skee ball. Who didn't like that back in the day?
Yeah, and you got the tickets.
Of course.
You got to stockpile the tickets, of course, right?
Of course.
So you used to go there, what, Friday nights?
We went every Friday and Saturday night.
Yeah, and this is a, what, 13-year-old?
I would say I was about
14?
15 years old at the time.
All right.
Couldn't wait to get in the car, and the whole plaza would be jumping. Cars would be going cruising through the plaza back in the day.
Nice.
You'd have Off Limits was one of the cars that comes to my mind.
Yeah.
It was just a happening place.
Crazy Eights. And where was that located?
That's down in downtown, down in the Colonial Plaza of Waterbury.
Nice. Crazy Eights. Anybody remember Crazy Eights? Put it in the comments. If you actually ran with Johnny at Crazy Eights, which I know a lot of people watching this when you share it are going to, get some of them JM stories down there in the comments. Definitely, for sure. All right, cool. So then, as far as any other places entertainment-wise that you loved to go to? I know the mall was over there, right?
Yeah, the old mall. That was a fun and happening time as well. We looked forward to getting a ride over to the mall, the old mall off of Woolcott Road.
Yep.
And one of my favorite retail stores was Chess King.
Yes.
And if you remember Chess King, they were known for their Z Cavaricis and their pinstripe jeans.
Oh, I remember them very, very well.
And
I used to rock that attire.
Of course you did.
This young boy, he don't know what that life was about.
Is this Brass Mill Center?
Nope. This is the
different
old
place?
Naugatuck Valley Mall.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Yes,
I have
sir.
no idea what the hell a pinstripe jean is. I'm actually kind of scared to find out.
Well, if you didn't have pinstripe jeans on with your shell toe Adidas and the fat laces,
they weren't letting you in the Crazy Eights.
You weren't
Let's
getting
just put
in.
it that way. They weren't letting you in the Crazy Eights.
No
dog.
doubt.
Yeah. I remember that mall. That mall was a very strange. They knocked it down, didn't they?
they sure did. Yeah.
What else did they have in that mall? So they got the
One of my other favorite stores was Jean Country, of course.
Jean Country's a classic.
And Jean Country always had, all the great jeans and, of course, their champion gear.
Yeah.
Can't forget.
Yep.
Who wouldn't wear their champion sweatshirts and.
Good topic though. Champion made a comeback, right? You see Champion?
Yes, they did.
Everybody loves Champion. Back in the day for us, it was just that little sweatshirt with the little C.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
You were the shit.
Bunch of different colors.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
That shit's cool. It's like throwback now, kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have some old Champion gear, like if you can rock that now, you get
It's
some
good
clout.
internet arbitrage.
We call that clout nowadays.
We call that internet
clout.
arbitrage. You can take your old, if you still have it in a
Nice
bag, you could resell it.
Like if you got all this flyest gear, like that's called drip. That's your drip.
All right.
And if you got it all together and you got a poppin' Instagram, then you have what's called clout.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look
So-
at this guy educating the old boys.
So
well,
just letting you know.
Well, we used to call that kind of stuff, it was fat.
Yeah.
It was tight.
Yeah. Yep.
pH
It's
fat. pH fat.
Right.
Not regular fat.
Yeah. All right. So then now let's move into, so we hit some of the retail spots. Now let's talk about the favorite, what Johnny is known for. Everybody who knows Johnny, that knows JM, knows that he loves to review food. Loves to review food. And some might say there could be some talks happening about Johnny maybe having a segment that could be a food review segment here on the Mack Talks. I don't know. We're in contract negotiations. We're talking. We're trying to figure it out. Maybe
A lot of money on the line.
maybe not. I don't know. I think it would be an awesome thing to do. Johnny, what do you think? What do you think about doing some food reviews for us?
I would love to.
Wouldn't it be awesome?
Yeah, it would be awesome. I didn't realize what a following I actually had on social media when I started going out and doing my thing, checking out different Italian restaurants because I'm full Italian, of course. So I always got to hit the favorite Italian restaurant, and posting up them pictures. And I mean, next thing I know, people are commenting, and I got a little upset with social media for a little while, and people were hitting me, private messages, instant messenger, saying, "Johnny, where you been? Haven't seen you. Haven't posted anything. What's going on out there?"
Yeah. So you had to come back and hit him with a review.
So I did, and I came back, and there's a lot of great restaurants, Italian restaurants in Waterbury, Connecticut.
Yeah, a lot of Italian.
And that's what many people actually come to Waterbury is for good Italian food.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That and the drugs. But anyway, so
Pizza and heroin.
tell us.
great.
We
It's
don't
a
want to go that
crazy
hard.
combo.
Jesus, bro. You got to go straight to heroin.
Yeah,
Gosh.
right?
So anyway, tell us about some of these, some of your favorite pizza joints. I know or some of your favorite places to eat. I know that one pizza joint you literally grew up in. Every once in a while, I see you popping in over there. It's so funny.
Yeah,
So go ahead and tell us a little bit about some of your favorite spots. And
Yeah. We'll start with the old pizzerias, and then we could get into the Italian restaurants. But of course, you have to go to Dominic and Pia's in downtown Waterbury.
Yep.
You get a couple slices of cheese and a meatball and cheese, and many people don't realize how very good their meatball and cheese is. They're known for their cheese pizza.
Yeah.
Pia's always in there saying hello.
That's awesome.
They're so friendly. They've been over there for 40 plus, maybe 50 years.
Yeah.
One of my favorites is Dominic and Pia's.
And what road is that on?
That's on Brook Street.
Brook Street, Dominic and Pia's.
Yes.
So
And,
Pia is The
Pia
wife?
is the wife, and
Dominic's
is
the husband?
Correct.
They're both still running it?
Correct.
That's
They
amazing.
Still are. And
Shout
they're
out
up
to
in
them.
Yeah, they're up in their probably late 70s.
That's unbelievable.
And if Dave from Barstool is actually listening in on this at some point,
yeah, get over there.
We highly recommend Dominic and Pia's and go check that place out.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
What kind of pies they make? Like Neapolitan or just traditional?
Your traditional, nice, thin, crispy, a little oily, but always good.
Delicious.
Always consistently good.
Nice.
Oh, that's my favorite, man.
That's
For
awesome.
sure.
Yeah.
Nice.
For sure. And then getting into a few of the other pizzerias, which comes to my mind is actually John's Eats. Been a fan favorite of John's for many, many years.
Yep.
We started eating slices of cheese at Our Lady of Mount Carmel Grammar School, Catholic school up in Town Plot section again. And we just grew to love it and still like it to this day.
That's awesome.
Another great pizzeria that comes to my mind is Anthony's Pizzeria. Once again, started in the Town Plot section of Waterbury, and now they're in Oakville.
Yep.
What
What do you go with when you go there to get the slices? Like, what's your go-to? You get meatball? I know you mentioned meatball before.
Down at Dominic and Pia's, I'm always going to get the slice of cheese. A couple
Okay.
slices of cheese.
The classic.
That's the gold medal pizza, right?
Yeah.
Right there.
You got a good cheese slice, you'll be in business forever.
100%.
What about the other spot?
Anthony's,
Your grinder spot?
Yeah, we could get into the delis and things, but
Yeah.
In terms of Anthony's, for example, I love their white chicken and spinach, thin and crispy. They got a great sausage and cherry peppers.
Nice.
They do a real nice job over there as well.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. That's cool. So does that cover the food places, John? Does that
Well,
cover your favorite food places?
I
or what you got? You got a couple more?
got some restaurants I'd love to talk about.
Go ahead.
Great Italian restaurants.
Go ahead.
What really comes to my mind first is the Four Seasons, which is now the San Marino Room. They started down in the Colonial Plaza where Crazy Eights
Yep.
actually started. And the Four Seasons now, San Marino is still in business today, and
Yep.
they're still going very strong.
Do they have another location too? Were
yes,
they in Woodbury at one point? Or
no, but they also have what
Carmen
they call
Anthony's is Woodbury, I think.
Nino's Trattoria up in
Okay.
the East End.
What exactly is a trattoria?
That's your traditional Italian restaurant.
What does the word mean? What does it mean in Italian?
Yeah, I don't know. Trattoria?
I don't know.
I see it everywhere, though.
Yeah, it's I'm gonna take it to elegance. You're
Manja.
oh, you want to eat? Some other really good restaurants to talk about are we can never forget about D'Amelio's. They've been in business for
Classic Town Plot, right?
30 plus
Waterbury,
years.
Yep.
Town Plot classic, absolutely.
Yep.
And on a hidden secret that's now closed was Aldo's of Italy.
Okay.
And everybody's loved Aldo's. That was behind the old mall, the old Naugatuck Valley Mall. I don't know if you've ever been there.
Yeah, I have been. Not to the restaurant, but to the old mall.
Okay, yeah, Aldo's. And then to the new trend today, La Tavola. La Tavola is a great Italian restaurant. Again, right up there in the Town Plot section in the heart.
Yep.
Doing well. So.
Yeah, I know you said you had your party that's coming up there, and that you guys have a party there every year and stuff like that.
Yes,
Some of your
we do.
spots, so.
Yes, we do. The old annual Christmas party.
Yep.
Yeah. And
That's awesome.
Great place to take a date, right? That's how I remember it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, great place to take a date.
Great.
I went there with my parents years and years ago, and I remember it was bomb. It was
Yeah,
really
nice
good.
ambiance. Good atmosphere for sure.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, is that it on your food, on your restaurants, bro?
Well, I could touch on some delis.
Go ahead. What do you got? What do you got for delis?
It started way back.
What's the place? You just mentioned it before. The
D'Amelio's.
The place that is next to the church down the road from Len's house.
Now, okay.
Your house, too.
Used to be called Cavallo's back in the
Cavallo's.
day. Then it became Adventura.
Yes.
And now it's Nucci's, which is a family of D'Amelio's. It's the son. His name is, they call him Nucci.
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
That place is unbelievable. They had like a sauce, like some kind of like a sausage bread or something that was just unbelievable. I mean, that stuff was just, it was really good.
And you remembered it.
And I remembered it. I do. And I just remember it being on this little side street where a church was. It's like, why is there a deli here?
Yeah.
It was weird.
Those are the best ones, though.
Yeah. No, it was unbelievable.
For
though.
sure.
So,
Still going.
yeah, and they're doing a good job over there. So
They are.
Next
They
time,
are.
next time you need to bring in some of that shit on your way in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
On your way by.
absolutely. One other deli to touch on.
Go ahead.
Ann's Deli, Baldwin Street, been around, family owned and operated many years as well. They're still there. They were across the street. They moved just maybe 500 feet across the street, excuse me, and they are known for their cellophane saran wrap. They wrap everything in saran wrap today.
Everything.
Back in the day, that's how it started.
That's so funny.
Yeah. Sandwiches, even their soups. They come get a little cup of soup.
They put the saran wrap on
and then
top
they
of it?
saran wrap it. Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah, that's old school.
Old school.
You can't even find that.
They'd be charging 10 cents per on that nowadays. They better be careful with that. The state's
right.
going to come down on them for that. You know what I mean?
You're not
Those are the
kidding.
best places, though, man. Those little corner stores, you know.
For sure.
And now you're going to tell us about the best bars, right?
Absolutely.
So tell us about some of the bars in Waterbury. I know that you frequent a lot of them. I know that your brother, he toes the line, plays some darts. Are you a dart guy too or no?
I never became a dart guy.
You just hang out with them when they go play. Though,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I like to become their entertainment at times, as you know.
Yeah.
You know, I was a big baseball player. Played
Yep.
Division II college baseball down at the University of Bridgeport.
Yep.
Big shout out
Shout
to
out
UB.
to Bridgeport, baby. UB.
sir.
Nice.
Yeah, so getting back to the bars, White Parrot was the place to go.
Yep.
Back in the late 70s, early 80s.
Yep.
Which then became, as you remember, Boppers.
Yep, I remember Boppers. Used to sneak into that place quite often. Waterbury is kind of known for the place. When you lived outside of Waterbury and you couldn't get into any bars, you'd go to Waterbury and you'd get into some bars.
Oh, for
you
sure.
know what I mean? Like,
Polos was known that you could get into their bar.
Yep.
You can't forget about Polos downtown.
Chase gets carded everywhere we go because he looks like a young lad. And let me just tell you, they're not asking for your ID in Waterbury, bro. You don't got to worry about that problem.
Just so you guys know, that tradition has kept up to this day. So you know, when I was in high school, we used to drive to Waterbury to get booze. Because because
that?
in Newtown it's like what? No,
Yeah,
get
Newtown
out of
is
here.
screwed.
If you don't look like you're 30, they're
and Danbury's just not.
No, Danbury's not good
just-
either.
it's not,
You got to
because
go
there's
to
no,
Waterbury.
like-
So we used to drive to this little bodega over by Shock and Awe, which is like a head shop over in off
Huntington
exit.
Avenue.
What is that exit?
30.
Exit 30.
Yeah, Route 8.
Yeah. So we used
Huntington
to
Ave.
we used to
Yeah.
go all the way down there and get our
sure.
Four Locos. Take
Four
them
Locos.
take them on the train to the city and go watch some hockey or something. You know, that was
Yeah.
those were the days. The tradition continues.
Field
fellas.
hockey or like ice hockey or field
Ice
hockey?
hockey,
Oh, okay.
Rangers. Go
Oh, I
watch a
thought
Rangers
maybe
game.
ice hockey. I mean field hockey because you're into that.
I love field hockey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chase, we talked about nicknames in Waterbury.
Yeah.
And we forgot to mention the all-time AKA Sin City.
Sin City.
True.
How could we forget the Sin City? The Brass City we know, but what about the Sin City?
Or there's the dirty water.
The Dirties.
What else you got?
I don't know. I heard like H2O.
The dirty
the
H2O.
Yeah, the H2O or something.
Yes, sir.
One that
Water
John-
Scary.
Yeah, water scary.
Water
John never
Scary.
heard about that one before. That
No,
one's
that would-
a little. That's a little aggressive towards the locals.
I
You
read it
know
in the
what I mean? Like,
reviews
the locals
of a
don't like-
restaurant, I think, one time. And
Water
I was like,
Scary.
Water Scary. I was like, damn.
I have nothing, no regrets. I have nothing bad to say about Waterbury.
Yeah.
Currently living in Greater Waterbury, and I still have a lot of good family and friends from Waterbury. So I only have great things to say, and a big shout out to the Brass City.
Well, bro, let me just tell you something. I'm from Delaware, bro. All right, and let me just tell you real quick. Delaware is just a big Waterbury.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Tell me, with lower taxes.
Oh, he's
That's
looking
all
at the
it
camera
is,
now.
bro.
That's when you know
I'm
he's
talking to
serious.
you
Yeah.
right there. I'm
Talking to
telling
you.
everybody in Delaware, come to Waterbury.
Yeah.
No, I'll say
Come
the
to
same
Waterbury.
thing, man. They got great food there. The people are nice. Like, you know, I go down to Waterbury, get some nice Italian dinner.
I'm going to tell you,
I love it.
It's a different land, but
It's
I like
different.
it. It's definitely different. I got some good people that's out there.
Yep.
You know, I always like to say this, ready? I always like to say Waterbury. At least it's not Naugatuck. That's always what I like to say. No, I'm just kidding.
Naugatuck.
The people from Waterbury rep it hard, too.
Yeah.
do.
The people from Waterbury are like, yo, I'm from Waterbury.
Yeah.
Like,
All right, what other bars you got? You got Brass City. Our boy Chad used to.
The Brass
Brass
Horse.
Horse,
How
the
could
Brass
we forget
Horse.
a staple
Yes.
in downtown Waterbury? Across the street is the Brass Horse.
Yep.
If you remember, and a lot of great fun times over there as well. And to today, you know, Spartans is the place
Yeah.
where people go today. They got a good little thing going on.
Spartan's been around forever. They moved since where they originally were, right?
Yes, they did. They
'Cause I
actually
remember
moved
I
across
used to
the
go
street.
there.
Yeah.
Yep, I remember I used to go there, and with some people that I knew back in the day. That was always a fun spot to go.
It is. They got the games on. You got a nice bar set up. Good food, whatever you like.
Yep.
A late night menu. So
Yeah.
they do their thing.
They do their thing. That's right. So, all right, what else you got for bars, John? Some of your favorites. Tell us something shady that used to happen. Oh, what about Baroo's, bro?
Baroo's I don't frequent as often. However, we go there. I go there once a year for our end of the year fantasy football party.
Yes.
Because a bunch of the guys in my league like doing that.
Yeah.
And by the way, we created and invented fantasy football, this league. 30 plus years still going.
Wow.
Oh, by the way.
30. Tommy, this dude's been doing fantasy football longer than you've been living. He's been doing fantasy football longer than you've been living. Do you know, what if I told these young guys this little story? Did you know that back in the day you weren't able to adjust your team through your goddamn phone? Did you know that? You don't got to call nobody. You got to sit there and write everything down. You got to call this dude. You got to put that dude in.
We wrote everything down on
Yeah.
paper, and then we'd watch prime time to get our stats at 7 or 8 o'clock whenever it came on. Berman and Tommy Jackson, and
These kids, they don't know how easy they have it for fantasy.
I'm telling you. And
you wouldn't be able to play in 3 or 4 fantasy leagues back then.
No,
you
never.
just wouldn't even be able
Never.
to do it.
And if we couldn't get the stats on prime time, I'd
use
pick
the
up the
paper.
phone, I'd call the Waterbury Republican the
And it
next
runs
day
through it, yeah.
and get the stats from different players.
That's awesome,
Dude.
I mean, that's straight up. You
And
got to earn
now
that
the
win.
masses can do fantasy, but back in the day, it wasn't the masses that did fantasy.
Not even
You know what I
close.
mean? So,
Yeah,
all right.
that's awesome.
So, we're going to get ready to start our Chase's favorite part of the program,
Mac move or whack move.
right? Johnny,
right.
you going to stick around and join us for this or what?
Absolutely, run it.
All right.
All right. So basically, Mac move or whack move. I'm gonna pitch a topic from the news to you guys. We're all gonna give our take. It's pretty self-explanatory. Mac move or whack move. Tell us why.
Okay.
All right. Are we ready? We're jumping right in.
We are jumping right in.
Let's do it, guys.
That means it's time for Mac talk. Mac move, whack move.
All right. On that note, topic number 1, guys. Coca-Cola is launching a $10 a month subscription service.
What?
Now, what does this get you? Exclusive insider beverages like coffee-flavored Coke and Coke Energy. Some of their off-brand flavors like Aha, which is their flavored sparkling water. And it comes in a really cool box, and you also can get some merch along with it. So if you're a big Coca-Cola fan, you drink a lot of soft drinks, or if you're just nostalgic, you love vintage stuff, and you like new stuff, you pay $10 a month. It's not that expensive. You get a bunch of stuff mailed to you directly from Coke. Only 1,000 people can join, start up right now.
I'll go first, and I'll go whack move. I don't think you need to pay a monthly subscription to get diabetes. That's what I'm going to go with, because I mean, that's a little ridiculous. We want to know why America's fat, and this could be one of the reasons, if I could say. So
Also,
that's how I feel.
Riding on the coattails of other subscription services, which have been very popular in the past couple of years with Netflix and Hulu, and that's television. There's also Threadbeast, where you can pay $50 a month, and they send you clothes every month, brand new clothes.
Yeah, see, all that stuff I'm cool with.
But
like
now they're
high
testing,
fructose
they're
corn
piloting that model, and yeah.
I give
we'll
them
see how
credit
it
for
goes.
doing it. I mean, what? Hold on a second, though. If it's only going to be 1,000 people.
They're testing. It's a pilot thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I was going to say, does Coke really need 10 grand a month?
One more thing, I guess Uber is also doing this, where you can pay like $30 a month or something if you use Uber all the time, which a lot of people do in the city anyway.
Yeah.
It's really designed for them, to where you could get free rides, you get free you, in the city you use bike or scooter, you get free ones of those, and then free delivery of food.
Well, listen to this.
But
you can actually get 4 free episodes of the Mack Talks for nothing. You
right
don't
now,
even have to pay.
Actually, right now,
You don't
today,
even have to pay. Today, and today only, you can listen to the Mack Talks for free.
you get 45 free episodes.
Yeah. So what do you
44.
go? So what are you going with?
I'm going to agree with Johnson. I'm going to go whack move.
Tell it to the camera, bro.
I'm going to go whack move.
Yes.
I'm not a big soft drink, Coca-Cola kind of guy anyway.
And if you did,
And-
you would drink them out of the bottle
For sure.
at the pizza. You know,
Yeah, the
I
little
like
glass
drinking
bottle.
those every once in a while because they're a little smaller
Right.
too.
Right.
And they're real.
Right.
Yeah.
They're real.
Whack move for me.
Yep.
I'm going Mack move. I'm a millennial. I love this. I eat this up. You know. I
Yo,
love this
what's so
stuff.
funny
I'm
is
not a
I've
huge
never
Coke
even
fan
seen
either.
this dude drink Coke before. Like, we go out, and if he's not drinking a Peroni, this guy loves him.
He's got his rum and Cokes, and you didn't even know
I love
about it.
No,
Bro,
you don't drink
Peroni,
rum and
Italian
Coke.
beer. No, I don't drink rum and Coke.
No.
I drink Peroni
You order a
beer.
Sprite. Every time we go
Sprite.
out, you get a Sprite.
No. It's funny because for lunch at Jersey Mike's, I got a Pepsi.
Oh,
They don't have Coke there, but I would have gotten a Coke if they had Coke. Just so you guys know.
I don't even believe that because I don't even see it. Oh, yeah, you had a yeah, I saw that.
Yep,
I saw that.
You did see it. All right, I'm going Mack move.
All right.
That's it, guys.
He's going Mac move. Next one.
Topic number 2. We're calling this one the case against ugly Christmas sweaters.
Oh, boy.
So it used to be just like your grandma knitted you a sweater. It was super ugly. You were afraid to wear it. Your parents made you wear it. You know, it was embarrassing, whatever. That was the tradition. But now it's taken on this whole new thing where people are putting Will Smith in there. They're putting, you know, Santa's doing, he's hitting the stripper pole, you know, on his sweater. You know, he's got, you know, I got a Coors Light one. It's
Beer
a trend
slinging
now.
snowman. Taylor Swift's face.
what about the little kitten that talks back?
Yes, they got that. They got that as well.
Yeah.
But now, so what the problem with this is, it's fast fashion. So it's becoming trendy. Offices are throwing these parties. 40% of people say that they only wear this Christmas sweater once, and then they throw it away. This contributes to an average American throws away 81 pounds of clothing in their lifetime. And also the people who are generating this clothing, poor wages, you know, they're from Bangladesh and Colombia, low wages, terrible work environment and conditions, and so on and so forth. So our little trends over here in America translate to, you know, misery for some other people, and also to the environmental issues which we're experiencing.
So what's the Mac move or whack move?
So the Mac move or whack move is: do you still stand with the ugly Christmas sweater? Is it a Mac move or a whack move?
I'm going to say that it's a Mac move. I'm going to stand with it because honestly, you can take any industry and say those things to it. Like Nike in general, I think does worse for those people in those countries than the ugly sweater thing. All right. I get the fact that it's not good for the environment because it's dye sub, right? So it's a dye sublimation process. Well, God damn it. Look at all these softball players out there. What are we going to get on them too? We're going to get on Dougie Digital? We're going to get on Lenmar? We're going to get on Johnny and the Slammers? Are we going to get on them? You guys don't have dye sub shirts. Who am I kidding? You got a one color screen printed front on your shit, boy. Anyway, I'm just saying, like, I don't know. Let people have some fun. You know what I mean? Like, let's have a little bit of goddamn fun. You know, if you want to wear a sweater that's got freaking Taylor Swift's face, or in my case, Will Smith's face with cassette tapes and old phones in the background, that's my ugly sweater, then you should be able to do it. I don't have a problem with it. I think it's a festive thing. I think it's a good thing. I have no issues with it. So I'm going to...
Mac move. Scott's going Mac move.
I'm going Mac move.
Mac move on the sweaters. Go ahead, John.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with Johnson, and I'm gonna go Mac move as well. I thought I was gonna disagree.
He's got a problem with everything, man.
They do, but I like the whole ugly sweater Christmas parties.
Yeah.
I'm a big party kind of guy. I love going to entertaining type of things.
He's a fun guy.
And you know, I once won a couple of years ago. True story. An ugly sweater at an ugly sweater contest.
Yeah.
With just a basic sweater on.
You didn't even go ugly? You just went basic sweater?
Exactly, and still won.
I'm a fun guy.
Wow, bro. That's the
Mac move.
shit.
Yeah, you
That is
gotta
the
go
shit.
Mac move.
What do
All
you
right,
got?
no, all right, we are gonna have
Dude
a
wins
consensus.
ugly sweater contest without
Consensus.
even putting an ugly sweater on.
It's pretty amazing.
Uh-oh, you know what that means, Chase? When everybody goes all around, that's what we do. A little Jeremy Renner in there, boy. What's up?
I don't know, man. Some of this might be true, but honestly, if it wasn't ugly sweaters, it would be something else.
Yeah.
And it would be something else. And
Exactly.
if it wasn't that, it would be something
How
else.
about it's good for the environment? I mean, how about it's good for the economy?
That's what I'm saying. I think that there's people
And if you're throwing
making
your
money
ugly
off
sweater
of this,
away,
and that's good.
Why are you throwing it away? Wear it next year. What the hell is wrong with you?
Absolutely.
Why are you throwing it away? That's not very cost effective. You're a jerk. Whack move on anybody that throws away an ugly sweater. Like, recycle that shit.
Long
Seriously.
live the ugly Christmas sweater.
All right, what are we moving on to? Topic number 3?
Topic numero tres. Okay?
Oh, this is
a little
funny.
Spanish for you.
This is funny.
I'm cultured like that. We got Goldfish releasing vegetable-flavored crackers. This is obviously to appeal to children, to make healthier choices and stuff like that. Some of the flavors include sweet carrot and cheesy tomato. So I don't know if you guys have ever had those veggie chips or the veggie straws. I really like that stuff. And the fact that there might be one aspect to it that is good for you or healthy to you just makes me even more excited. So I'm going to start us off actually on this one. I'm going to say Mack Move Goldfish. I actually want to try this cheesy tomato.
Couple questions. A little bit confused. Goldfish weren't meat flavored before.
Pizza. No. They just
weren't fish.
No, bro. Who said meat?
Why do they have to be veggies? Like, they're comparing it to this. They're saying that they're doing this because of the fact that there's been so much, the other plant-based food products like the Impossible Burger, Beyond Burger, oat milk. I get all that, but like, they're still crackers. They're just crackers.
Yeah.
It's like, part of me is like, I get what they're doing here marketing-wise, but it's really a crock of shit, kind of.
I'm going to go Mack Move.
Are you?
Yeah.
You're going to go Mack Move on it, John?
I always was a fan favorite of those little cheddar cheese.
Those little sons of bitches.
And the pizza
You get one
ones.
tugging on your line, you just reel them in.
And I like what they're still doing today. So Mack Move for me right there.
You know what? I'm going to go with my boys just so I can hit number 2 on the soundboard, which is... So that's the... right. We'll go with that. Personally, though, I'm
sounded like you were in
a
a Mack. Sounds like you got bullied into Mack Move a little bit.
I got bullied.
Maybe not bullied, but you got influenced for
I'm
sure.
definitely questioning it though.
I think you were gonna go Whack Move until me and JD.
JD, it's JM, bro. It's
JM.
All right, so that's number 3. Number 4 is what, Chaserford?
Topic number 4. You might have heard about this. It's in the news. Hallmark same-sex ad. So Hallmark released an ad for its wedding planning site Zola, which showed a lesbian couple kissing, and they ran that. But then they got bullied by conservative media outlets and journalists to take it down. So then they took it down. And then they got bullied by the left-leaning journalists and
so
pretty much regular people.
It's literally 2019 in a nutshell.
They go,
like,
this
is
what do you
happens.
want me to do? Just tell me what to do.
Problem is everybody's got something to say about everybody else instead of worrying about what they're doing.
True. But if you're going to agree, if you say you're going to do it, then do it. You made the commercial. You went to do it. Stick behind your freaking guns.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, have some cojones.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Stick behind your guns. You decided to do it. And you didn't think that, when you took it down, you weren't going to get backlash. And then they're like, oh, no, we'll cave to that backlash. I would give anything to be in one of these board meetings where these idiots are discussing this. The shit that they must say. You know what I mean? They're just a bunch of flip-floppers, these guys are. And these gentlemen and these ladies in these meetings.
Yeah, what could they really be possibly talking about over there?
I mean, I can only imagine though the shit that they're saying. They're like, "Oh no, we can't do it for this. We can do it for that." And then when they take it, they're like, "I told you that was going to happen. I told you." And then they go back the other way, and they keep going back and forth.
Oh,
it's ridiculous.
Yeah, Monday morning quarterback.
It's ridiculous. So I'm going to say that it's a whack move that they took it down in the first place. I mean, stick to your freaking guns, Hallmark.
Yeah, whack move.
And honestly, you're
definitely a whack move.
Yeah.
A Hallmark,
definitely.
bang,
Bang.
Hallmark is freaking ridiculous.
My thing about this is that when you make a commercial like that from the day one, you're like, we're gonna put a lesbian couple in it.
Yeah.
So you're like, this is gonna get backlash, or people are gonna comment on this. So you gotta know going into that's the decision you're making and that's the angle you're taking. So you gotta stick to it. Yeah. This is the worst possible thing they could have done. But also shout out to Hallmark. My mom's been an employee of Hallmark for probably about four years now. She gets benefits. They pay her well. It's a great work environment.
Tell your mom when she's at work, if she sees a lesbian or a gay couple, to just walk up and just apologize on behalf of Hallmark for taking down those ads.
No, won't do that. But,
why not?
Shout out to Hallmark. I think it's a good company. I just think they're trying to please too many people here.
That's what happens. That's what happens.
Fair enough.
What about you, John?
Got some
you went whack
people.
move, right?
Oh, whack move. Yeah, whack move.
All right. He went bang, bang, whack move is what he did. That's
Whack
the
move
first
by
ever.
Walmart or Hallmark. Walmart. Hallmark.
Walmart.
Hallmark. Walmart has Hallmark in their store.
I mean, honestly, though, if they really, really wanted to go for it, they could have put two men in that commercial. That would have been really going for it. They like just put their toe in the water because they had a lesbian.
Even more reason to just double down on it.
Yeah.
Because it's like, who cares?
Yeah, exactly. A couple of big burly dudes next time. All right, let's go.
Can you imagine living your life like that when somebody says something to you about something, you just whatever they say, you just go along with? Like you can't run your life like that, let alone your own business. You know what I mean?
It's true, man.
True.
Just whatever someone thinks, you just go by. You know.
Fuck them. That's
All
what I
right.
say.
Are we ready? Last
We're ready.
one. All right.
Last
This
one.
one is
It's a local one.
It's a local one.
We're
And
going local.
We don't do a ton of local stuff on here, so this is kind of like our local Mack Talks episode 46. Local. You know, local
Low key
exposure.
This is called our local
And-
low key moment of the day.
All right. Anyway, I'll get to it. Don't know if you heard of SantaCon, but Mayor Mark of Danbury was on a radio show recently where he was pitched the idea of having SantaCon come to Danbury. If you don't know already, SantaCon is an absolute. It started as a nice thing, raise money for charity. People come show up dressed up as
just
Santa.
like everything.
But just like everything, the bros and the college bros, the partiers got a hold of it and turned it into an absolute shit show. There's guaranteed to have 10 fights, 2 arrests.
People have been
stabbed.
For some reason, when you
Everyone's
put on a
wasted.
Santa outfit, you can just act. You think that you're not
Do whatever
being
you wanna
seen,
do.
and that you think you can act like a complete dick. But I will tell you though, that's mainly in the big cities.
Yeah.
I think that the Santa cons that go off, the one that just went off in Milford, that our boy
Julian.
Yeah, our boy
Yep.
Julian.
Shout out to Julian.
Shout out to Julian from Fingers Bowls.
Fingers Bowl.
That's my boy, and he set up SantaCon in Milford, and it went off without a hitch. I know they did it in Bethel, so I get it. Like these small little towns, it's when it's in the big city, that's when you just get a bunch of psycho Santas just running around town, just destroying shit, acting like freaking monsters.
I like it because it's entrepreneurial. I mean, right? Because some of these guys come in, they're like, I'm going to plan. Everybody's going to have a good time. We're going to raise some money for charity. What's better than that? You know what I mean? We're
That's
gonna have
more
some drinks
philanthropy.
Yeah, but our boy Julian, like I respect that. He comes in. We raised like
He's an entrepreneur.
How much? Like $20,000, or even if it was $2,000, I don't care.
Yeah.
You come in, you
I'm
put
gonna
that
be honest with
put
you.
that together.
I'm not sure that Julian was raising any money for his.
He said
I don't
it in
know.
his
Oh, he did?
post.
Oh,
Yeah.
good. Yo, that's my boy Julian. We met at an Eagles game. Me and Julian did years ago.
Yeah, the only reason I'm saying that is because he posted it. He was like,
okay.
raise money for
I
charity.
respect any entrepreneurial
Venture,
aspect
yeah,
or
yeah.
venture of a business.
Yeah.
Getting started from ground up, So,
Yeah, I hear you.
for sure.
I'm going to go that it's a Mac move. You want to know why it's a Mac move? Because Mayor Boughton's going to keep it under control. Because that's my guy. Let me just tell you something, John. I don't like a lot of politicians. I don't like a lot of politicians.
They're all good at one thing:
Yeah.
lying.
Yes. But my boy Mark Boughton, all right, used to be a business owner before. He was also a school teacher. I feel as though he wore enough hats that he's well versed to represent us. And he's done an awesome job. How many terms? 10?
Yeah, he's in
10
terms,
term
man.
mayor.
Wow.
Do you know the most thriving city in Connecticut?
It's like 20 years.
Do you know?
Stanford,
Nope. We're beating them.
Danbury.
We're beating them. We're on a higher trajectory than them.
Wow.
We're booming. What's the
Over 1,000 businesses opened up in 2019 in Danbury, and I think over 90
Dude, it's
people
insane.
are leaving Connecticut on a daily basis. But then I think like 10 people are moving into Danbury.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're getting ready to connect the train.
We're
the
crushing
Danbury train
Okay.
to the what is it? Northeast? What's it called? Southeast? What's it called?
Yeah, I don't know.
You know the Brewster train station?
Yeah.
They're going to connect it to there.
Okay.
Big things happening
So you
in
pick
Danbury.
up-
I know
picking
you were
up
thinking
on
of maybe moving to
684.
Florida. Maybe you'll move to Danbury. You know what I mean? I don't know.
about all that. What's Danbury's? Waterbury's the brass city. Where's Danbury?
Hat City, bro.
The Hat,
Hat
City.
City.
Yeah,
That's
because
right.
we used to. You know what happened though is that Kennedy, he didn't wear a top hat
Okay.
in his inaugural speech or whatever.
Yeah.
Right? He didn't wear his top hat.
Okay.
And that put the hat industry out of
It
business.
was every president wore a top hat.
Wow.
And then he didn't.
Wow.
So the thing that's funny
So it ruined it.
is that I guess the way they made those hats, there was like some sort of chemical that was in there. And,
Mercury.
Yeah, and everybody used to be in these factories. So there actually used to be this thing known to people that worked a lot of hours. They would be walking around. They were called the Danbury Shakes. People would be like, because they were inhaling.
Well, you
too
know
much
why
of
they
those
call him the
chemicals.
Mad Hatter.
The Mad
The Mad Hatter
I could see
is
that.
because he's insane from the mercury in the hats.
Yeah. So maybe, I don't know, Kennedy did Danbury a favor. Maybe.
Hey, I haven't thought of it that way.
See that?
I always thought he bankrupted Danbury.
Yeah, well, he bankrupted Danbury, but Mayor Boughton's bringing SantaCon. I'm going to make this full circle. So what do you got?
Yeah, I got Mac Move. I think they should do it in the downtown area because that's really the part of town that has a lot of potential that we've not been able to capitalize on.
But stay safe, Danbury.
Yeah, stay safe.
Be safe.
Have cops.
around. Follow all the rules. Raise a lot of money. Do some good shit. Don't be one
But
of
can
these...
I be honest with you?
What? You want to
Mac Move, but I'm not going.
No?
I'm not going.
Why not?
Because I don't like this type of stuff. I don't
Okay.
like the SantaCon. Everybody dresses up as Santa. They're gonna be obnoxious. It's gonna be for me. This is unless we're going to go get some content,
Oh,
then I'll
of
go.
course. We're always going to
But
get
I don't want
content,
to.
bro.
I don't want to go out and
Is
party
our
in the
camera guy
streets of
ready yet, though?
Danbury.
That guy over there, that's our camera guy. Is he ready?
Tommy,
You ready to do that, Tommy? All right.
He looks ready.
John, what do you got on the SantaCon, bro?
I'm gonna go Mac Talk. I'm gonna agree with
Mac
you guys.
Move, John.
Mac Move.
The Mac Talk, Mac Move,
He just wanted to hear that.
The Mac Move.
making Mac moves.
All right, cool, man. Well, that concludes it, doesn't it, Chase?
Yeah, it does.
That concludes Mac Move or Whack Move. Special shout out to our guy, Mayor Mark Boughton, who gave the, what was it called? The
State of the
address,
City.
State of the City
Yeah.
last week. We're going to be going out to lunch with that guy. We like that guy,
Yeah, we
Mayor
like
Mark
him a
Boughton.
lot. He's
When
a
we
good
don't
guy.
like politicians,
Yeah.
but we like him.
Good.
We like him. And honestly, let me just tell you something. He should be the governor of Connecticut. He should have been the governor of Connecticut.
Yeah, he was running, but he lost, unfortunately.
He couldn't
to,
get out of the
was it
the primaries.
Lewandowski?
Couldn't
or-
get. No, he won. He lost to what's his face, the guy that ended up running against Lamont.
Yeah, I know. Was it Lewandowski? It
Nah,
was
bro, it's the guy from GE, Stefanowski.
Steph. All right, sorry, bro. My Polish
Luminowski.
names.
You
Sorry,
think
bro. I
Monica-
know Italian, Spanish,
Monica
and English, but
Lewinsky,
I
bro?
don't know Polish.
Okay,
My B.
you're allowed to do that. You went to a Jesuit school, so you know Jesuits. That's for sure. This guy, this dude.
Anything
almost
else you
lost
guys
his
want
life.
to talk about? We roll the red carpet out.
Yeah, we got any other house cleaning? Any house cleaning items?
Housekeeping topics?
Tomorrow's our ugly sweater party. We're getting Amigos food delivered. Should be pretty fun.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you my ugly sweaters when we get out of this.
Ugly sweater office holiday party. I'm excited for it. I love Amigos.
Oh, you know what I want to talk about real quick with John, because John's been in sales. John knows you've done sales most of your life.
20 years.
Yeah. So isn't it awesome when you're doing like within sales where you get an account that you've just chipped at and you've chipped at and you've chipped at and you thought you were going to close it, but then you didn't close it. And then 8 or 9 months later, it's back on the table. And then it doesn't get closed. And then a year later, it's back on the table. Like, we've had this project for 3 years. And Chase finally closed it. It's been through 3 separate hands. They were finally ready to move forward. And Chase finally closed it. So what I like to refer to an account like that as, I like to refer to it as Chase Andy Dufresne that shit. You know Andy Dufresne? Shawshank Redemption.
Yep.
All right?
Absolutely.
You understand how we make we consider that like a sales process,
Yeah.
right? Because you got to chip away
There's
at that
plenty,
wall.
Plenty of sales over
Right?
the years that I never gave up on. Most people, there's saying, you go at it a couple of times and then you quit or whatever. I've been known to just keep coming up, keep showing up, and
Yeah.
and finally, the tides turn and they turn your way. you know?
Yeah.
So like Jimmy Valvano, may he rest in peace.
Yes.
God bless his soul.
Yep.
Never give up. Don't you ever give up.
No, it's true. But this specific phrase that we've created is actually when you're working with a client for so long and then you finally close it. It's the Andy Dufresne.
Yeah, and the one thing I want to say is that in sales, it's all about the customer's success. And if it's the right time for them, it's the right time. And if it's not the right time, then I'm not gonna push. I'm gonna make the ask. You know, you gotta ask to get what you want in life, but also you gotta understand that you know, there's a right time for the client, and you have to do it, you know, accordingly.
100%.
So, you know, just making sure that they achieve the best success as a company is what's number one in my mind. But it is also that aspect of, I've worked so hard and so long on this. The amount of hours that you put in answering questions, sending over reports, sending over analytics, case studies, this and that. It's a lot of work, and definitely feels good when you close it. But at the end of the day, you know.
And all that work and all those things he was talking about is the reason why he ended up getting the account, because I was like, I'm sick of this shit.
Yeah,
I'm not
right.
dealing with this.
It's
shit.
rewarding.
I'm just joking. I'm totally kidding.
It's very
That's
rewarding,
a joke.
like Chase said.
Yeah.
You know, so
It's good. But all right, well, that is going to wrap us up here. So why don't you go ahead and give us our closeout here.
Ladies and gentlemen, that about concludes episode number 46 of the Mack Talks. Thanks so much for listening.
I have these notes.
If you would be so kind as to leave a review for us on iTunes, just know that that is the most helpful thing that you can do to support the show. Other than that, make sure you are subscribed to us on YouTube, you like us on Facebook, you follow us on Instagram. Facebook, you can see all of our little clips, and Instagram, you can see all of our little clips and teasers from the episode. If you only have a couple minutes, watch that. Go to www.themacktalks.com. We're on SoundCloud, Spotify. Just search The Mack Talks.
John, give us your handles, bro. What do you got? John Margiotta
just want to say
on
thank you.
Facebook.
Okay, yeah.
John Margiotta on Facebook.
Yeah.
What's your Instagram? You on Instagram?
I'm on the IG.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
What am I? Marge 2007.
Nice.
The old 007.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook. You can find me on all of those. I'm doing my thing.
Yeah. So John, we're gonna continue the negotiations. We're gonna continue talking. We're gonna see if we can lock this dude down to get him a segment on the show and continue to kind of have fun. John, thank you so much for coming in. I know that it was a treacherous ride in this morning. A lot of ice out there.
Yeah, brutal.
You come from a city called Dirty Water. Obviously, when it's freezing and it's freezing rain, it becomes dirty ice. And you slid on down the freaking highway here and made it to see us.
Love it.
Yes, sir. And I couldn't wait, and I look forward to the next time around.
Yep.
And you guys, one last thing I'd like to say is have a nice Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and hope to be back for the New Year.
Thank you so much, John.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, that's a wrap, guys. See you next time.
Thanks.